From the world headquarters of Holy Mackerel Productions at the Swampwater Lounge, Health Spa, and Winery, this is the Main Event Radio Show. The Main Event, it's homegrown, it's good for you, and it always features great entertainment from our own backyard. Hello, I'm Dan Foley, here with you as always, and thank you for joining me as we cruise the entertainment highways and byways of the Pine Tree State and beyond. So let's get this show on the road. Here it comes down that digital expressway, this edition of the Main Event Radio Show.
I like these days with you, I like how we live in peace. And it always amazes me how you touch my heart so easy. This is how I'd spend my whole life if the choosing was all mine. 'Cause I love you and I like this place, and though I love these times, I like these years with you. You grow older now with grace, and I feel a sense of peace now that we've settled in this place. You're as constant as a northern star and the southern sun that shines. Hey, I love you and I like this place, and oh, I love these times.
I love you and I like this place, and oh, I love these times.
I like this life with you, with all its ups and downs. What else but true love could join a princess to a clown? With our whole life waiting for us now, and memories that bind. I like the rhythm and the rhyme. I like these times with you as the bad times pass us by. And these children that we hold now sure do keep us on the fly. Here's the firelights and sleepless nights and all those fancy lines. I love you and I like this place, and oh, I love these times.
I love you and I like this place, and oh, I love these times.
I like this life with you, with all its ups and downs. What else but true love could join a princess to a clown? With our whole life waiting for us now, and memories that bind. I like the rhythm and the rhyme. I like these days with you, I like how we move in peace. And it always amazes me how you touch my heart so easy. This is how I'd spend my whole life if the choosing was all mine. 'Cause I love you and I like this place, and oh, I love these
I
times.
love you and I like this place, and oh, I love these times.
In a rundown shack on the edge of town lives a quiet little man and his basset hound. The story's been told from near and far about that sweet red juice in his mason jar. All the southern gals dream to make that trip way up north for just one sip of fat Baxter. recipe. Some say from Grandpapa back in Italy. Kept in a round jug made from fruit of the vine. Oh, and just one drink will make you feel so fine. From his little shack you hear the sounds of laughter. The Georgia ladies spending all their time with Fat Baxter. Fat Baxter, from a glass or a mug. Fat Baxter, straight out of the jug. All the girls know they'll have a real good time as soon as they cross a Mason-Dixon line for Fat Baxter. South, the quiet little man the girls can't do without. Many will travel by bus or a car for just one sip from his mason jar. So spend the night in the deep Maine wood, where nowhere else you will feel so good than with Fat Baxter. Fat Baxter, from a glass or a mug. Fat Baxter, straight out of the jug. All the girls know they'll have a real good time as soon as they cross a Mason-Dixon line for Fat Baxter. Fat Baxter, yeah. Fat Baxter. All the girls know they'll have a real good time as soon as they cross a Mason-Dixon line for Fat Baxter.
This is the right spot on the dial. It's where the local stuff rules. The main event.
I hate 4 a.m. just as much as I hate him. And I know it might be late, but I'll be up anyway. I hate not knowing why you waltzed into my life. For a moment there in time, I thought I knew the play, but it's all or nothing with the food outside my door. It's always something, keep me coming back for more. You can tell me lies when I'm not wise enough to see them through. That's the difference between me and you. cold in the morning when you woke, and at night when you were laying out your day. Oh darling, it's a shame to see what we became, when I know just exactly what we could be. Oh, what the hell were you thinking? The food outside my door, the ship it was sinking before it left the shore. You can tell your lies when I'm not wise enough to see them through. That's the difference between me and you. Oh, you could save me. You could save me. You could save me. You could save me too. But it's all or nothing when you step out of the cold. It's always something makes you feel a little old. You can tell your lies when you're not wise enough to see them through. That's the difference between me and you. That's the difference between me and you. Well, you're not right and I'm not wrong. It's a compromise, you see, somewhere between you and me. the stars in my eyes. I grew older and the time flew by. Dreams lay waiting on a shelf. I've got things to do before I die. I'm still saying to myself, I'm still looking for that rainbow. I'm still looking for that paradise. I'm still looking for that rainbow tonight. When I was young, I was a dreamer.
Main Event Radio Show that's still looking for that rainbow. It comes from Mark and the Musicians. Before that, Daniel Taylor and 4 a.m. That's from his album After the Fall. Fat Baxter, that was from Pat Pepin. And Dave Mallett got us started for this edition of the program with These Times. And it's all right here on the original homegrown radio show, The Main Event, with me, Dan Foley. We're here on your radio. We're on Facebook, too. You will find YouTube audio files posted on our Main Event Radio Show page on Facebook, and you can listen to this and any other recent program that you find there at your leisure. And we're also at meradio.org. That's our website, and you can find the Listen Now button right there on that page. You'll get the current edition of the program right there in your ears. So no matter how you do it, it's always good to have your company, and appreciate you tuning into the broadcast. Let's continue now. Tim Sample, he's got a whole bunch of stories, and we'll hear a couple of them right now. Why not? Tim Sample, the Main Event Radio Show.
I talk sometimes about difference between the natives and folks from away. You got to understand, when I talk, first of all, there ain't nothing serious about that, just life and death. Really? But just so you understand my definition of a native Mainer, all right, because I am a native Mainer, all right, and there's only one way to become a native Mainer. Let me give you a basic example, all right. If your parents was in a speeding car heading for the state of Maine, and you were born in the back seat 100 yards short of the Welcome to Maine sign, all right, and you lived in Maine for 95 years, and you passed away, the local paper would have an obituary which read, "Out-of-stater dies." Okay. I'm not making this up, I'm just describing reality to you. Luckily, the converse of that statement is also true, which is that if you were born in Bangor, Maine, and you were 2 weeks old and somebody put you on an airplane and flew you over to Singapore, and you lived to be 112 years old, all right, and you died in Singapore, the Bangor Daily News would have an obituary that says, "Local man dies in Singapore." The state of Maine, we are very well known. People come to Maine for a lot of different stuff. And of course, now that the world is changing so fast and everything's getting to be big time, of course, now we have all sorts of ways to draw people into the state of Maine and develop the tourism industry. We even have the Maine Department of Tourism. That's a select group of folks from Massachusetts. But, they have all these different, programs. They actually had a program, I read about it in the paper, there was a $25,000 budget to come from our taxes, on the Maine Department of Tourism to develop a program, and it was a radio advertising campaign to make Maine people like tourists better. Yeah. At first, I was excited when I first read it. See, I misunderstood. I thought we was each getting $25,000. I thought, well, yeah, that'd be, you know. But you see, the thing is, they spend all this money to develop tourism, but they don't understand some of the fundamentals of Maine culture. You see, I maintain that virtually every visitor to the state of Maine, really, there's only a few simple things that people all seem to want to do, all right? They want to come to Maine, all right? They want to eat a lobster. They want to look at a lighthouse, right? They want to see a moose. Right? They want to go over to LL Bean's and genuflect a couple of times, right? But you see, I believe that deep down inside, there is one experience that virtually every visitor to the state of Maine wants to have, whether they realize it or not. It might be subconscious, but they want this to happen, and that is this: to drive along a back road, pull up in front of a little country store, get out of the car, walk up the steps, and have some cranky old geezer say to them, "You can't get there from here." That's what they really want, and I'm telling you, you can get a load of cranky old geezers for less than $25,000. You can, really, the state could have a training camp for them, you know. Sober them up. We wouldn't have to. You could leave them the way you found them, really. As long as they could memorize that line, you see. And then you place them at strategic intersections all over the state. I'm telling you, it'd be fabulous for tourism. The tourists would freak out. "You won't believe it, Martha. He said you can't get there from here. I know right where he is." They'd bring all their friends back. See, in order to develop the state of Maine, you've got to tap this untapped resource. Geezer power. It's a big thing, really.
Elvis drove me home last night. We banged a left when we should have all right. The caddy's wheels were starting to spin as we pulled up to the Dewdrop Inn. What's a man to do when the boss man says he wanna talk to you? Elvis drove me home. I must have lost my new cell phone. Elvis drove me home last night. Wanda J was burning hot, man. What she's got a lot. The guitar player had the flu and she looked straight at you know who. I grabbed her telly and it felt so right. The next thing I knew, it was way past midnight. Elvis drove me home. I must have lost my new cell phone. Elvis drove me home last night. Last call was 3:30 when your cousin Candy came up to me. Asked me if I'd drive her home, but I told that girl I was leaving alone. Then the king, he'd cracked a grin.
Real radio for real people just like you. The Main Event.
Partie de bonne heure, tout de suite après souper, à faire tes ma petite fleur, t'asseoir on va danser. Dégage nos pantalons, je laisse mon papier, il n'y a rien de si bon que nous vous êtes carrés. Tout le monde step music dans la gamme, je swing avec mon bébé. On nous déraille les meilleures places quand le violon juste cette carré. Deuxième chaîne, je me repose un peu près de ma petite reine, que je me sens heureux. Les chansons sont amies, tout répond sa gêne. On va se replacer pour la dernière chaîne. Tout le monde step music dans un grand swing avec mon bébé. On nous verrait les meilleures places quand le violon juste cette carré. Step music dans la gamme, je swing avec mon bébé. On nous verrait les meilleures places quand le violon joue cette carré.
There's a little toe tapper for you. Comes from Don Leblanc and the family. It's the name of the album also, the song Step Musique. Before that, Elvis Drove Me Home. That was Pat Colwell. And that followed Tim Sample's couple of tales of his own life and life in Maine in general, especially Giza power. Going to visit the Vault of Vinyl in just a little bit. The Vault being where we keep our scratchy old record collection. We'll play a song for you from the collection when we visit the Vault. Meanwhile, here's Barnaby Bright. It's called Old Coats, the main event.
Coats and furniture out on the front porch, someone left there. This house is breathing relief through its curtains and tile squares. Ghosts in the cellar, they come and they go as they want to. Feel how the pain of a stranger can linger and haunt you. She wore the dress he adored, made of gingham and violet. On the windowsill left from the first time they tried it. She was laid down in the garden the 7th of August. He stayed a few days and followed her just as he promised. All the way down, down, all the way down, down, all the way down, down.
Well, I was going down to the station. I was traveling by myself. I saw you there on a platform, but you were kissing someone else. And the thought to me came kinda slowly. I know now that it was true, that you punched my ticket and your punches too. It seems I'm going nowhere on a funky southbound train. I told you I was leaving 'cause the streets don't look the same. I'll just pack all my bags up and get now. No cause to remain. That's how it ended up. I'm at the blues on a southbound train. I'm at the blues on a southbound train. I'm at the blues for your love. I told myself I was lucky. I told myself we were through. And on this train headed for disaster, you were boarding too. I turned and walked away slowly. It seemed that you just couldn't see that a kiss you meant to hurt me set me free. It seems I'm going nowhere on a funky southbound train. I told you I was leaving 'cause the streets don't look the same. I'll just pack all my bags up and get now. No cause to remain. That's how it ended up. I'm at the blues on a southbound train. I'm at the blues on a southbound train. I'm at the blues for your love. The love is take my love and love to take my soul. The love is take my love and love to take my soul. Take my soul. Let it take my love. Let it take my soul. I don't take my soul. Let it take the word. Let it let it let it blow. Let it let it blow.
Main Event Radio Show with Phil Poirier, Southbound Train. Time now for our promised visit to the Vault of Vinyl, where we grab a record, and this time it's from Scott Folsom, a self-titled album that goes back to the mid-1970s. It's called The TV Song. Yeah, they had TV back then. Scott Folsom as we visit the Vault of Vinyl, the main event.
Well, it's Thursday night and it's 11:30, and I'm starting to think about something dirty. And you'd rather watch the Johnny Carson show. Turn off the set, babe, and get in bed. But wouldn't you rather watch my network instead? Believe me, darling, I ain't no comedy show. It's Friday afternoon and I get home early. I find you crying over Dick and Shirley. Seems it just broke up on the edge of night. Well, honey, I'll tell you, if you don't know, You're gonna be in your own soap opera show if I can't get you away from that tube tonight. See, I don't care if Charo is groovy, Walter Cronkite or the Late Late Movie, and I don't care if her hurricanes due next noon. No, I don't care for TV much. It only tends to interrupt my music making and making love to you. Saturday morning, or to sleep in late. The kids are up at dawn, they're watching Channel 8. But if it ain't that Porky Pig on the Looney Tunes, Cap Kangaroo and Rotorana. Kids, don't you think it would be much funner if I gave you some money and you all ran off to the zoo? I don't care if Charo is groovy, Walter Cronkite or the Late Late Movie, and I don't care if her hurricanes due next noon. No, I don't care for TV much. It only tends to interrupt my music making love to you. 2 weeks vacation in a fine hotel, trying to escape from that Howard Coast cell. The first thing you do is turn on the old TV. Walt Disney and Archie Bunker, reruns of reruns of Dynamite Walker and Willy Wonka and his chocolate factory. See, I don't care if Charo is groovy, Walter Cronkite or the Late Late Movie, and I don't care if her hurricanes due next noon. No, I don't care for TV much. It only tends to interrupt my music making and making love to you.
String
bit of everything, a whole lot of really good stuff. The Main Event Radio Show.
This is how the game began. One July day I climbed Blue Hill. Spruce trees under the brilliant sun. Near the top I heard a seabird sing. We harmonized till the fog rolled in. All who heard were stupefied. So I asked Seabird, could we form a band? He said, yes, we'll be the Rangers. I was quick in reply. I said, yes, we'll be the Rangers. Later on a stormy day, I spoke to the pelting rain. Would you keep time for our band? He said, thunder is my business. The world's my stage, the moon my gong. Just stand on my shoulders. So I was quick to sign him on. The drummer for the Rangers. On a river bank one day, I listened to the water. She said, I'll be the silence in your songs. You must rest on every journey. Illumination struck my mind. In that quiet moment, all the world had urged us on. It was time to launch the Rangers. From his post on Lookout Mountain, the Ranger Cass and I, for arsonists and careless campers who set the woods on fire. Latadog, his brave companion, is a rescuer who teams up with the watchful ranger to keep the trail secure. The Rangers played Eastern Maine and even toured the Maritimes. Prince Edward Island, so many fans. We thought we'd hit the big time. but understand the world is large, and we are only minstrels. The seabird sings and I reply, yes, we'll be the Rangers. Yes, we'll be the Rangers.
Budworms, that's the name of the band. The song Birth of the Ranges. Well, it's more like a ballad or story. Birth of the Ranges from their album Psychedelic Clam Flat. Also Debbie Myers and Guitar Girl. And that followed our visit to the Vault o' Vinyl with Scott Folsom. Here's Memphis Lightning. Coming home. It's on the Main Event.
Oh, I wonder
Well, that brings us around coming home from Memphis Lightning, brings us back to the point we started at. And that means it's time to put a wrap on this edition of the Main Event Radio Show. With thanks to the station for putting us on the air. Thanks to Kevin Foley for getting the IT work that I don't have a clue about. And thanks especially to you for joining me. I hope you're going to be here next time, because I know I will, when the main event comes your way once again. Till then, Dan Foley signing off for the main event, a Holy Mackerel production coming to you from the cultural center of the known universe in Kennebec County. Be good to yourself, be good to the folks around you, and let's all be good to the planet. We only got one of them. Here's Toughcats.